Brexit chaos took a step closer to full-on political insanity today as it became clear Britain's entire future is likely to end up in the hands of a faceless civil servant, as he or she will be charged with forcing a fresh delay if Boris Johnson refuses to go cap in hand to Brussels. Officials and diplomats have been pondering how to handle a request for an Article 50 extension if the Prime Minister ignores a law designed to block a no-deal Brexit forced on him by a Remainer parliament. Mr. Johnson has claimed he would rather be dead in a ditch than ask for a delay, as set out in the new law designed by a group of cross-party MPs to thwart his do-or-die pledge to quit the bloc on the 31st of October. And now key EU figures fear that this could strike up a constitutional crisis in the UK that engulfs the already convoluted Brexit process. One Brussels source suggested that plans are being made for a Supreme Court case that would result in the civil service making the request to delay the UK's departure from the EU. They told Express Co UK, "What Article 50 says and requires is that the extension is agreed with the UK. Strictly speaking, it is silent on whether there should be a request or where the request should come from. EU leaders would face making a tough political decision accepting a request from someone who is not the Prime Minister. It would depend on how giant a mess it is. How much patience is there left?" the source added. They stressed that EU leaders would not want to make it look like they're holding the UK hostage against its will. EU capitals will be forced briefed to their heads of government on what they believe is the will of the UK at this point. One EU diplomat familiar with the talks said EU leaders would consider a request from the UK as long as it is delivered by someone with a mandate to do so. This mandate could be handed to them by the Supreme Court or even Mr. Johnson himself if he is trying to save face by not making a personal request. Politically, you would expect a request and you would expect that move would come from the UK, a source said. In a situation where the law states it has to happen and there's a gigantic constitutional mess and the Supreme Court rules that the Prime Minister should do it but has still not done it, the EU needs to establish how it will react. Previous delays have been requested by Sir Tim Barrow, the UK's permanent representative to the EU, on behalf of the government. EU figures expect a possible extension to be submitted in time for a European summit on the 17th of October 18 if the Prime Minister fails to agree to a tweaked Brexit deal. They're also considering holding a number of emergency summits in order to respond to any revelations in the Brexit process. Mr. Johnson will hold talks with EU Commission Chief Jean-Claude Juncker in his home country of Luxembourg on Monday. The pair were due to meet at the G7 summit last month, but Mr. Juncker pulled out of the event after undergoing emergency surgery to remove his gallbladder. Michel Barnier, the EU's chief negotiator, will also attend the working lunch in a hope that a compromise deal can be hammered out. Mr. Johnson's top Europe advisor, David Frost, has held a number of meetings with EU officials to present alternative solutions to the controversial Northern Ireland backstop. While Brussels has disregarded many of the plans, UK officials have been surprised how constructive their engagements have been.